Hello, students. I wanted to take a moment to introduce you to the Canvas page and discuss with you how it is organized. So when you first log into Canvas, let's go to the student view. It should look something like this. To complete the introductory modules, you would click on the link that said click here. And this takes you through all the introductory information. Make sure you read all this because it tells you about the course, how it's organized, and some tips and tricks for doing well and keeping up with the assignments and the material. Here is my contact information. You can reach me in my office. My office hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9 to 10:30. It's located in the weird little annex building that's off to the side of Oxendine near the greenhouse. And when you go to the door of the office suite, it says geology and geography on it. So that's where my office is. Sometimes people have trouble accessing the links when I'm linking to files that I have saved on OneDrive that are office files. So this would be Word documents, PowerPoints, etc. And sometimes the communication between Canvas and Office 365 breaks down and you have to reestablish that communication. So if you ever click on a link and you're not able to open it, you get an error. These are the instructions you need to follow. And this works. It will fix the problem the vast majority of the time. So you log out, close your browsers, log into office.com, return to Canvas, log in, and then that link will be working again. Sometimes there are files that you might want to print, and the icon for printing is really teeny tiny. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. So if you ever want to print a PowerPoint or any other documents, once you open it up in a new window, this icon should be available. And then you can either print to PDF to save a copy, or you can download a copy. So that's the introductory module. When you return to the Canvas course, the first place that you'd want to come is to the modules. Everything's going to be organized by modules. So I'm going to collapse that. This module, helpful stuff, has the some guided reading questions. These are just kind of study guides that I created before I adopted the Smart Book. Those are optional for you to do. It'll help you master the material though. There is a handout that I think is extraordinarily helpful when you are struggling with the definition of a word. It is really, really helpful to break down that word into word parts. And once you start learning these word parts, you'll see them repeating over and over again. And once you learn a word part, you can use that to infer the meaning of an unfamiliar word. So, for example, die is like a common prefix that you would see. And die has two meanings depending on if it's the Latin root or the Greek root. So the one that most people are familiar with is the Latin one, which means two. But the Greek version means through or across. So a diameter. Diameter is the measurement across a circle. Another example would be like sarco. So anytime you see sarco, like sarcomere, sarcoplasmic reticulum, it's referring to muscle or flesh. So let's see if we can find that here. Here's sarc, flesh. Okay, so that's referring to muscle or flesh. And then each chapter will be organized into a module. Sometimes it will take more than 1 week to complete a chapter. So even though the modules are organized by the chapters in the book, each module doesn't necessarily correspond to 1 week. It just depends on how long that book is. So I've tried to break up your assignments across 2 different due dates so that you get into the habit of knowing assignments are due on Wednesday, assignments are due on Sunday. And I have listed, the assignments in that way. I also provide links to helpful materials. So these could be handouts, it could be videos, it could be journal articles, it could be figures, a lot of different things. So make sure that you're paying attention to this section on each of these introductory pages. This is where you're going to be getting a lot of your instructional material. I have added a couple videos that I had made explaining some regional terms and directional terms. There's a few terms that are a bit confusing, like proximal and distal, for example. And so those are some videos I would recommend that you watch. If we go back to modules, we can see that all of the assignments that were listed on that introductory page are also listed on within this module. And you can see that everything's ordered by the due date. So we have, August 21st, August 21st, and then it moves to August 24th. And then as we enter into this week, the Sunday assignments that are due Sunday are in chapter 2. So you'll just kind of continue through each module and look for the due dates and know that those assignments have to be submitted at least by those due dates. Now they don't, you could do work early if you want to, but I don't suggest getting too far along in the book. So that's pretty much it. There won't be a lot of long lecture videos for you to watch because frankly, they're not as good of a teaching tool as students think that they are. This smart book and these assignments are going to immerse you into the material and get you really interacting and thinking about the material. And you'll essentially be teaching yourself the material without realizing that that's what you're doing. And the best way to learn is to teach. If you want to know why your professors seem so knowledgeable and seem so smart, it's because they have taught the material. So you can't really teach it to somebody else if you don't truly understand it yourself. So practicing explaining concepts from the book or from the learning objectives to another classmate or to a study buddy are really great ways to master the material. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.